Right, so here's another story for you. It was about a time when I was with the West London Harley riders, and this is, we were jousting in shopping trolleys. We have gone to, so quite a few things sort of happened on this trip, and we had a good laugh. So we were going to the Isle of Wight. I'd say I was probably 26, 27, 28 at the latest. And I was in West London, and we'd gone on a club run, and we'd gone over to the Isle of Wight, nicknamed the Isle of Fight. I won't go into that. And so, you know, joyous young men having fun. So we turned up, and this was situated at a speedway track. And it actually involves Leon's dad. Leon's dad was actually there. This was before we became really good friends. So we've all rolled up. I'd say there's probably 20 plus Harleys. We've turned up to this Harley rally. We've taken a transit van with us. We've got a barbecue with us. We are, you know, we're fairly well sorted as a club. And those guys still are to today. So we've turned up. There's a speedway track. The obvious thing to do when you turn up to a speedway track and you're camped in the middle is go around the speedway track as fast as you can on your Harley. Now we had Rich with us. He was on his motor guzzy. Now Rich is a very good rider. I think we'd been there a full 30 minutes before myself, Rich, I think it was Richard, Tyrone and myself, we were told if we carried on we would have to leave because our behaviour was so bad, just racing around the track. A lot more was to come, but you know, we apologised and we said sorry and stuff like that. Anyway, so club turns up. Vice President says to us, we used to call him Miami Vice President says, a couple of you have got to take the van and you've got to go out and you've got to buy food and alcohol for the club for the entire weekend. So we didn't want to do that because we turned up to have a bit of a laugh. We didn't want to go and do a job. So we had a lady with us who worked as a receptionist in a house for the entertainment of gentlemen. So she was a colourful character, could hold her own, and a real good laugh. She was driving the van. Fantastic lady. So she's driving the van. Got myself and Chris in the back, and we have the lovely Sandra. I think she might have been the treasurer at the time. Probably. Anyway, we've all put in 10 or 20 quid. Bearing in mind, we're going back now. We're we would have been in the 90s. Yeah, I think we're in the 90s. Anyway, so we're in the 90s. We've got nearly 300 quid, I think. We've got to go to the supermarket. And we have Leon's dad. We've kidnapped him. He's in the back of the van as well with me and Chris. We're having a laugh. Anyway, they send me and Chris in to get the food and alcohol. Luckily we were intercepted, bearing in mind I was still drunk at the time. Luckily we were intercepted by Sandra, who said you cannot have 2 shopping trolleys full of alcohol and a couple of bread rolls and burgers. We've got to feed 20 plus people, probably about 30 because a lot of the guys had girlfriends on the back. So I think we had to put some alcohol back and stuff like that. So anyway, we've now got the shopping trolleys full. Sandra's paid. We're walking out the back. The lady in question's waiting for us, who's driving the van. So they're like, right, you two have got to unload the van. I don't know what Leon's dad was doing at the time, but anyway, we said, so the girls went and got in the front of the van, and we were like, right, we ain't unloading the van. We are just going to put the trolleys in the back, and we get Leon's dad to hold the trolleys as we drive along. And myself and Chris were sitting at either side, sort of just kicking them about and stuff like that. So much hilarity because we're driving around and there's shopping trolleys rolling around and beer. We probably started drinking by then anyway. Like I say, back then I used to drink. So there was security on this on this bike show. So I said to Muriel, shouted through to Muriel, I said, don't stop for security. Go into the car park, drive around 3 times as quick as you can. Throw up as much dust as you can and then just floor it and go through security, because we thought it'd be a laugh. So we did. What we didn't realise was that when she'd done that, because there was a bit of a hump, the shopping trolleys actually got air inside the van. So as the van went in, the shopping trolleys, all the food, all the drink, all went up in the air. And Leon's dad had hold of the shopping trolleys, and I think, I'll have to check with him later actually, they closed together, because I remember him splitting his finger. It was either him or Chris split his finger open. It wasn't me, because I was a bit of a girl and I would have cried. So anyway, we're now in, security are going mad, we're laughing and joking. So we've got these shopping trolleys with us. So we've now decided to do chariot racing around the speedway track. So we've now got, I think, just one shopping trolley to start with. I think Tyrone was in the back with a German helmet on. Rich is towing him on his motor guzzy. I'm driving around next to him on my Harley. Again, security are on us. We are running out of chances quickly. So because we're running out of chances, we come out of this idea that we would do shopping trolley jousting with bread rolls. Now the idea, if you don't know the rules of shopping trolley jousting, is you have one person in the shopping trolley, you have one person pushing the shopping trolley. The one in the back, in the trolley, has the bread roll, has a crash helmet on, or a makeshift crash helmet. I think one had a German crash helmet on. I don't know what the other one was. I don't know what the other person had on. Something we found, probably a colander or something like that on their head, or a paper plate or something stupid. And we were charging at each other and hitting each other around the head with these French sticks, which was actually our food. Now, it was at that point that we really were on our last warning. So we had to sort of tame it down again. And I think we got told off by the president and the vice president of the club. So we had to calm down, have something to eat, but much jollity. So, of course, the other thing to liven up any party when you go is to take a skateboard. Because when you're sitting watching the band maybe not up to standard, you know, they might not be that good. What we used to do was put the skateboard, none of us can skateboard by the way, even though I have this lovely array of skateboards behind. We'd put the skateboard on a table in the bar and try and spin around on it and stay on the table with the German crash helmet on for safety, of course. Again, that wasn't, you know, they weren't very, I don't think they wanted to party as much as we did in the Isle of Wight at the time. So the next thing we done to liven things up, I invented a thing called Member of the Bar. I'd say there was a few of us that invented it, but it's called Member of the Bar, which stands for Bare Arse Riders. So if a party wasn't going to as wild as one would like, or the club would like, and I'm not sure if they still do it now, I'll have to ask them, I'll have to ask the president. But what you do is you strip off totally naked and ride your motorcycle through the bar when everything's going on. That led to various letters of complaint, but a good weekend had by all. Before it fades away, hey you!